I got a smart toilet from DeerValley. That's right, welcome to my throne. Welcome to my bathroom. This toilet right here, trash. We're getting a new one. Tech toilet. I've had it. I'm sick of not living in 2026 when it comes to toilet. So we're gonna get this toilet out of here. We're gonna get a brand new DeerValley smart toilet with like a billion different features. So let's go ahead and check out the new toilet, whip this one out and replace it. Do I really know how to replace a toilet? Not really. I think I've done it once years ago and and it was on a boat. Does that count? I don't know. Okay, we're here in my garage. Here's the DeerValley smart toilet. Here it is. It's a bit too big to fit through my bathroom door, so I have to unbox it in the garage. That's why we're in here. My house is a bit small, but we make do. So I kind of want to just see what we got going here. It's also like storming outside, so perfect day to work inside. Okay. Ooh, that is a long boy. Look at that thing. My goodness, that's long. All right, so you got the DV1S0442-V3. In case you want to know which model I got, this is the one. Damn, look at that bad boy. And here's all the stuff in the back. Doesn't look too complicated. Looks like that should fit just fine, hopefully. Now you've seen first view of toilet. I'm gonna take this and bring it into the bathroom. It's really coming down out there. Perfect toilet installation weather. Okay, so I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna carry it into my bathroom. We're trying not to hurt myself, probably grab another person at this point, and we're gonna get this thing into the bathroom and I'll see you guys in there. And then once we get this in, we'll take out the old one. Okay, so I guess in addition to the outlet that I had to get installed over here for this one, I also have to replace the valve in my house because the valve that I have is PEX and it's just like crimped on and I don't have the tools. So I'm gonna hire a fellow homie to help me out, a plumber, to come replace this valve. That way I can actually attach the toilet to my wall, because right now I can't do anything. You need weird special tools that are a bit expensive that I don't have to work with PEX, and I've never worked with PEX before. I guess in newer houses this is kind of what you expect. See, that part right there is supposed to screw off, but it doesn't. It's just crimped on. This is also crimped on, and this is the wrong size for our toilet. And there's no way to replace any of this without just like cutting it off and like replacing the whole valve, or replacing this and then crimping on new pieces. And I don't have the crimping tool or any PEX fittings just laying around, so here we are. Some of the home DIY projects may prove a bit more difficult, but we make do. So I'll return shortly and we'll have a valve that I can actually connect the toilet to. So see you then. Hello, it's me. We're back. The toilet is installed. Here is the problem that I had. I ended up not having the correct valve for like a normal toilet replacement, so I had to get the valve replaced by a plumber, and that was about $200. I had a couple of issues trying to mount the toilet because the size of my house. So I ended up hiring the plumber to help me install the toilet, and you know, I didn't really want to record him. Anyways, so we have the toilet installed. DeerValley smart toilet. All in all, to get the valve put in and to like install the toilet, it was $400, like $450 to be exact. So not bad. The valve was $200 and then the install for the toilet was $250. So if you're spending $850+ on a smart toilet and you're having some trouble installing it, you know, it actually wasn't as expensive as I thought to just get some help. So we have it all installed. Everything's ready to go. It's got this little knob on the side for like manual actions, and then it's also got a remote, and the remote thing kind of goes in the wall. So I just wanted to mount that real quick. It's got some double-sided tape, so I already stuck it to the wall, the little mount for it. This is the remote for the toilet. It comes with a whole bunch of cool stuff. It just kind of sits on it like this, and it's magnetic. And in the back, it's just 2 AAA batteries, and you just stick it right on there. It's taped, but I'm gonna go ahead and just like screw it in just to feel a little safer, since we'll be taking it on and off a bunch of times. That ain't going nowhere. It's mandatory after every dad is done with each action is you wiggle it. And you say that's never going anywhere. And that's how it never goes anywhere. If you don't say that, it'll fall off. These are different functions for the remote. So you can open and close the bottom seat. You can do a bubble wash, but it won't do it because otherwise it'll just spray in the air because no one's on the toilet. All right, so I'm just gonna hit the button and we'll do a long press for long flush. Okay, so you just short press this button and there's the flush. And then you have the nightlight. 3 different settings for the nightlight. Well, I guess 2 different settings and off. And then you have the one where when you open the lid, it just kind of slowly turns on. And then you have the one that's just full brightness as soon as you open the lid, and then you just have off. If I walk up to it like this, then the light kind of slowly turns on at night, if that makes any sense. Anyways, so those are the 3 different modes for the nightlight. There's also a stop button in case you're doing anything and you want it to stop. There's a rear wash, the bidet function. There's a front wash. There's nozzles that come out the front and there's nozzles that come out the back. There's a dryer and there's a foam shield in case you if somebody that's using the toilet is old, or if you're using the toilet and it splashes on you, it'll prevent that because it'll just put a layer of foam on top of the water. But this is also the dryer function. You can also dry afterwards. Then you have the nozzle position, which you can change. There's 6 different settings. There's a little indicator light that shows you the different speeds. And then the same thing for water pressure, 6 different settings. And then you can adjust your water temp here. It'll show a display on the back of the toilet, the setting. Do you have the water temp setting? Boom. You can go 93, 99, 100, 102, or you can just turn it off. Then you would just have regular room temperature water. Then you can change your wind temp. That's the air to dry you off. 86, 95, 104, 113, 122. That's all the settings for the wind temperature in case you want warm wind. And then seat temp. It also has a seat heater. So you can go 86, you can turn it off, 90, 93, 97, and 100. Likely I keep most of these probably at the lowest temperature just to get some sort of function but not burn myself. And yeah, that's all the functions for the remote, so I'll let the toilet finally open. Bad boy does not want to stay closed. So that's the functions of the remote. So whenever you want to change the batteries and stuff, you can just take it right off. Just a little magnet, or you can just leave it there on the wall, and then there's your little flush if you want to flush it. Now you got a button on the wall instead of having to lean down. You can put this thing wherever you want, whatever's most convenient for you. Just stick it on the wall. You don't have to screw it in. And then there's a little knob on here. There's just a couple of settings for the knob, and they can't really be used unless you're sitting on the toilet. Okay, so you can push in just to do a normal flush in case the remote's dead, or you just want to use the toilet just for normal purposes. So there's your manual flush. And then once you're seated, you can also do a front rinse, which is this right here, or you could do a rear wash, which is that direction. You can see where it comes out. This is where the bidet part comes out, the little cleaning nozzles. Pretty cool. Again, most of the stuff that I won't be able to show you unless I'm actually sitting on the toilet. That's pretty much it when it comes to the functions of the toilet. There's a few more that, like I said, require me to sit on it. Like for example, on the back, take this cover off for the foam shield. You have to buy a liquid for the foam shield. Right here, you just open this up, and this is where you put your foam shield liquid, and they sell that. I will try to leave a link for it in the description. Okay, so a few more things about the toilet that I just want to mention. There's some more specs to it that are not they're not obvious immediately. So it's got UV nozzle sterilization, it's got dual water filtration, gentle feminine wash, powerful posterior wash. It's got a nano glaze surface, so basically it's very hard for stuff to actually stick to the seat, or I'm sorry, stick to the inside of the bowl because it's nano glaze. It's ADA height design. It's got a pre-wet rim, which basically means when you go to sit down, it kind of sprays down the whole toilet. Like when you actually use the restroom, it just kind of slides right in instead of sticking to the walls of the toilet, which is kind of cool. It's got a vacuum for air, kind of just sucks the smell away somewhere. Cool. It's got a built-in water tank and a foot activated flush and lid. Anyways, this has been DeerValley Smart Toilet. If you're interested, smash like, subscribe on this video, click link in description to learn a little bit more about it yourself. Again, I couldn't show a lot of the features because unfortunately like I said, I have to be sitting on it, but it was a fun experience. Most people won't have this issue where their house isn't prepared for a toilet like this. Some people have outlets by their toilet already. We had to get one installed. For the most part, there's a valve on the back that you can just connect right to, and you should be able to install it yourself depending on when your house was built. I guess things change. If you want a smart toilet with a remote and RGB, well, it's not RGB, but with a nightlight, with a bidet, with front wash, back wash, with heated seat, heated drying, a foam shield to protect you from splashes, auto flush. You just walk right up to the toilet and it just automatically opens. I think that's such a cool thing. And you'll be able to see it at night, so no need to turn on the bathroom lights at night or anything like that. It's a really nice feature. It's got a bunch of cool stuff. It's got pre-flush, so when you sit down, it's just automatically clean surface. If you're interested, click link in description. RGB toilet, tech house, one step further into tech mansion. That's my goal with this house, and I don't know, I think it's really cool. All jokes aside, I love it. So if you like DeerValley, give them a shot. Click link in description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.